What's going on, Coach family? And Sauce is in the building, man. Rich swing by the Indianapolis Colts family. You know what it is, man. It's your boy Jose Fuego Ortiz back with another live episode. Real quick, man, doing a real quick recap of what happened yesterday, man, before I go off and get to work, man. But look, man, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. Some people saying, was it worth it? Was it not worth it, man? I'm going to talk a little smack, talk a little facts of what I believe and my opinions on this, man. So, look, man, we got Sauce Gardner. We give up 2 first-round picks for 2026, 2027, and we give him A.D. Mitchell. Is it a lot? This is what I think. You figure we're already 7-2, right? At an estimate, let's say we end the season at 11 wins or 12 wins, right? At a minimum, right? That puts that next draft pick at early, mid, or low 20s, right? So what players out there that already, or that the Colts believe already have the Sauce Gardner caliber? I'm not saying that there isn't. Pretty sure that there is, right? And then you're banking and you're hoping that the following year that this repeats, right? Because we don't have too many people that, coming in next year that we really have to pay, right? We gotta figure out Alec Pierce, right? We gotta figure out Daniel Jones, and I think maybe Braden Smith. So the move was made, and I'm just thinking that, yeah, it was 2 first-round picks, but those picks are probably gonna be in the 20s or the early 30s. They're mid to 20s to 30. Not to say that you can't find a gem within those picks, but at least you know what you have with Sauce Gardner. And I get it. A lot of people are like, well, look, man, he wasn't too good last year. He's somewhat okay this year. He's still on concussion protocol. But let's not forget the person and the player that he was. He's still a shutdown corner. Yeah, he's a bit more handsy now because the league doesn't really favor the cornerback and you can't be as physical. I get it. But let's not forget, this opens up a lot of other doors for Lou, right? The mad scientist to kind of play that man press now that he can. You figure we're 7-2, and our back end, for the most part, has been either suffered with injuries, right? Definitely. And it's been a little shaky at best. And I get it. When we got Mooney Ward in there, the defense looks a whole lot different on that backfield. So now, when you add in Sauce Gardner, so you got Sauce Gardner and Mooney Ward now. What are we talking about here? And I get it that, maybe we don't see them both together, right, on the field until maybe they play the Chiefs, right? That's fine. We got Atlanta on Sunday early in the morning, right? Overseas. We got a bye week. And then we come off the bye week. Look, not a bad deal. We get on Ballard when he doesn't make moves, right? Or he doesn't make big swings. And now he makes the big swings and a big swing. And now everybody's kind of like back and forth with what are you doing? That's too much, right? But at the same time, when he doesn't make no move, it's like, what are you doing? Why you ain't trying to get nobody? Why you always trying to go through the draft and build? And now he takes a big swing and there's like some negative feedback because, hey, that might have been too much money. That might have been too much of a prize to go for. I mean, we're talking about we're talking about the next 2 years. And as far as the money that comes with paying him, I know he had a big deal with the Jets, right? That sign-on bonus is already paid. So we got to pay him for this year, right? And next year, essentially. So these 2 years, when I say that, right, the amount of money is it's not in that 20 million, 30 million. That doesn't come until like after these next 2 years. So for these 2 years, and the amount of money that we're gonna have to pay him is peanuts compared to, come the third year and the fourth year where now we're talking about 20,000, 30, I mean 20 million, 30 million that we have to pay him. And with that, we can adjust that. Like we're talking about Sauce Gardner here, man. Like there's no way that you think that he doesn't make the team better. He absolutely does. He absolutely does. And this is not taking no credit to the players that we already have in those positions. But I mean, he's a better player than what we have on the field, aside from Mooney Ward, right? And maybe he's a better player than Mooney Ward because the stats reflect. So it's like, okay, now you have to players have to or teams have to pick their poison. Oh, are we going to throw to Mooney Ward side? Are we going to throw to Sauce Gardner side? Okay, are we going let's kind of throw in the slot, but we still got Mr. Morty as well. The backfield looks a lot better with Mooney Ward, Sauce Gardner, Cam Bynum, Nick Cross, and Kenny Moore. Just saying that, my eyes are like, man. And I'm not saying that that these teams that we're going up against or we're about to go up against, can't make it happen, but it's going to make it a bit harder. I can tell you that. I can tell you that. Now, does it mean that we're going to get to the quarterback more? I don't know. Time will tell. Do I think that Sauce Gardner is going to come in here and get a whole lot of INTs? No, because that's not really his game plan. I mean, and when I say that, it's kind of like, well, what you get him for? Just because he doesn't have a whole lot of interceptions doesn't mean that he doesn't defend the ball, right? Doesn't mean that he's not a lockdown corner. Yeah, the interceptions don't show up, but it's hard to intercept the ball when they're not throwing the ball to the receiver. And when they do throw the ball to the receiver, he's there. Yeah, it's not an INT, but the receiver's not catching the ball either. And the pass that's coming has to be picture perfect for the most part. So if you have dominant players now on both ends like that, I'm just saying. Just saying, man. And let's say you throw in Jalen Jones, right? You take out one of the linebackers. Now you're throwing Jalen Jones in there. Jalen Jones shut down Metcalf last week. Hands down. Like the backfield definitely got a lot better, man. And I know that maybe it was a big swing. What's going on, Booth? I see you out there, bro. Maybe it was a big swing, man, but it was a big swing that they're doing for the now, man. And they got faith to do it for the now with the team that they have and the momentum that they have. Why not, man? Why not take a swing, right? And see where it goes instead of not doing nothing. We got a good team, right? I know people, Daniel Jones, look, it was a bad game. Every quarterback has a bad game. Like, so quarterback, check. Running back, check. Offensive line, check. Defensive line, okay. We getting there. Backfield, check now. That's a check for the back end. Unless it crumbles down, but that's a check for the back end. There's no way there's not, and time will tell. But that's definitely a check for the back end, man. So look, man, I get it. Was it pricey? To each stay on, man. To each stay on. Like, I'll pay that price if it gets us to the playoffs, further into the playoffs, and maybe a Super Bowl, right? I'll pay that price for the next 2 years. I'll pay that price. I'll pay it. Because I mean, it is highly likely that we win the AFC South. It is highly likely, right? It is highly likely. And I know that we got a gauntlet of teams that we got to play coming up, right? And we got some dominant receivers that we got to go up against. And this is why this makes more sense, man. This is why this makes more sense. We still got to go up against Nico Collins at whatever quarterback Houston Texans have, right? We still got to go up against Bryant from Jacksonville. We still got to go up against Rice from Kansas City. We still got to go up against Seattle, and they looking good, real good, and their receivers. Like, it's the AFC, man. They throw the ball. They throw the ball, and if we get further into this, we're gonna hit the Kansas City again. We're gonna have to hit the Bills again. So why not get a cornerback that still in his prime, and he's only 25. It's not like he's 28, 29, 30. He's 25. Still in his prime. Look, man, I'm good with this deal unless it just blows up. Unless he comes here and he doesn't play to expectations, or God forbid, not going, he gets hurt again, or anything crazy like that. But if he becomes or still is the player that he was 2 years ago, it's a wrap. And when I say it's a wrap, I'm not saying we're going to the Super Bowl, but it's gonna be real hard for them to throw on us. It just is, because him locking down one side and Mooney Ward locking down the other side, you're gonna have to pick who you're gonna throw the ball to. And I mean, it's NFL. Coaches will figure it out. But hey, look, man, we're 7-2. We're 7-2 without him, and the backfield was shaky at best. And I don't care. People gonna say, "Well, I didn't really play teams so far." It's the NFL. Every team counts, and every team is caliber of having great games. So miss me with that. Seriously. We 7-2. This definitely adds to the pie. This definitely adds a little sauce to the team. You get what I'm trying to say? And look, it's nothing but good things and praise from me, man. Looking up from here, man. Like, you gotta see this as a plus, man. There's no way that this is a negative or a minus, man. But look, y'all, it's been great. It's early, man. I gotta get to work. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all know I do this for the fam and for the fun. Please like, share, subscribe. Peace. I'm out of here. Gotta get to work, man. Gotta get to work.